My name is Martin Klaasen and welcome to another edition of Light Talk. This is part two of my Karratha special. I'm currently at the Karratha International Hotel, just a few blocks away from the Ibis Styles where I was before. This hotel is a bit more sophisticated. It's a slightly higher star rating, but I'm here pretty much for the same reasons. The hotel is undergoing some renovations, and one of the key elements of what the owners want to achieve is to improve the quality of everything, the style, the service, and specifically the lighting has been identified as one of the issues that need some attention. So similarly as with the other hotel, I'm spending the daytime to do a survey of what's currently here. It's my first time to this site. And then identifying where potential renovations, upgrades and improvements can be applied. Later tonight when the sun sets, I will do some lighting tests. I brought along some light fixtures, and it's quite important that we do actual physical mock-ups to make sure that we light up things. In the background there's some palm trees, and palm trees notoriously are quite decorative but also quite difficult to light up because you have a long trunk and at the top there's the crown with the leaves. So it's sometimes quite specific the way you need to light it up, if at all. So I'm going to test that all out. There's also some other landscape groupings that I'm going to look at, try out some wall washing and some other exterior lighting, because that's stage 2 of our renovation and upgrading plan, is to look at all the exteriors. And right now here I'm in the poolside, basically a typical setup I guess for hotels in this part of the world. You can see it quite sunny. It's again about 30 plus degrees here in Karratha. So pool is quite essential. It's midday, so most people are probably already still working and will return later in this afternoon. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this project. I've already done the concept for the renovations and the part of the scope that I'm involved with for now. But going through that and testing it out on site is elementary part of the setup to make sure that the ideas will work. That's doable. So I'm also involving the maintenance and engineering side of the hotel to make sure that it can all be done. So part 2 later on, we'll probably walk around a bit and also do nighttime assessments so that I can compare day and nighttime. This is a little walkthrough pool area. We have a terrace here where people can sit. It's just out the restaurant. And some people are already returning from having been away during the day. And going to the pool. It's a very nice environment, but lighting wise there's not much. Most of it is all bulkheads like we saw in the other hotel. Very basic, but landscaping is quite nice. I'm walking a bit around. So there's a lot of scope here to bring that out. Currently there's not much, so we'll be looking at what we can do in terms of lighting up this whole property. I'm walking through the back right now. It's giving you a bit of an idea of the feel of this hotel. Typically people can drive their cars just in front of their rooms, and then they can just walk through here, and then we are back at the poolside. Just a quick look from the outside. We have the blocks here, and then this is the main drop-off, which is high palm trees. As typically with everything, there's always a bottle shop nearby, same here. But this is the front of the hotel, which I'm going to experiment with some lights because there's no lighting at all here. So I will be trying to do a bit of lighting and try to see if we can light up those palm trees. As you can see, they're pretty high, but they can be seen from far away, so it's important to give them a little boost. Little view from here, and then moving on to the main road, and actually just behind this little hill there is where the water tanks are. I'll try and get a shot from the other corner. I'm at the back of the property, and I mentioned the Karratha water tanks, which are actually just behind here. You can see there on the top of the hill. That's another project that I am currently being asked to look at. We're going to light that up, and the design is done already. And it's just behind the property, and these are the big palm trees that we're looking at lighting up, which are just beside the pool that I was at earlier. Looking forward to this job as well. I think it's quite challenging. I'm used to do big-time hotels like the Raffles, Shangri-Las, Ritz-Carltons and things like that. So doing a hotel of this nature is quite challenging, but also very motivating. Trying to work within budgets, within the limitation of the rural settings that we have here, the very tough climate conditions. It can be very hot. It's also a cyclone-prone area, so the climate impact is pretty harsh. So we have to have really good light fixtures. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a great challenge, and I'm looking forward to implement my knowledge and expertise in this hotel.